Hello, Kelsey Taylor here. Welcome to another movie review. Now, I'm sure all of you heard the news by now. If you saw this like weeks later, then where the hell were you? That today the news broke that Paul Reubens, or Pee Wee Herman, sadly passed away over the weekend. And Pee Wee was such a big part of my life growing up. I mean, he was one of the first things I saw, and I watched almost everything he was in, like the Pee Wee Herman character, like from his movies and his TV show Pee Wee's Playhouse, and left a huge impact on my life. And I was trying to figure out a way like how to celebrate him. I did a video like years and years ago, like when I was practicing editing. I did like probably during more happy occasion, like on his birthday or something, like about 10 years ago or something, like a Pee Wee Herman tribute with the Tequila song, and then YouTube blocked it or something. I think it got blocked because I used the song for copyright and I was forced to take it down. And I felt like with this happening, I felt like how do I talk about Pee Wee Herman? What have I not done on this channel yet? Like I recall showing my entire Pee Wee Herman DVD collection, which has not changed much. And I've done a few videos, like probably a Silly Talking Toys episode years and years ago, a weird thing I did with Pee Wee. it was just real surreal, but very zany humor that I really loved. And I realized I haven't, I looked through my videos wondering, have I reviewed this movie yet? And I guess I didn't. I'm going to review one of my favorite movies of all time, probably in the top 50. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, which is, I think, Paul Reubens' first starring role movie, like in the lead. Like, I remember he was in one of the Cheech and Chong movies, and he's like, I'm sorry, want a cheeseburger? And, oh man, even Paul Reubens, when he's not playing his Pee Wee, was very funny too. And I did see his, both his, Pee Wee Herman show, like the one that was on HBO and the one on Broadway. And the HBO one, I still have to hunt down. I can't believe, after all this time, I still have yet to get that one. And Pee Wee's Big Holiday is another one that, his last Pee Wee movie, unfortunately, which premiered on Netflix years ago, and that one was really well done. At the time, I was so happy they made another Pee Wee movie, and it breaks my heart now that there won't be any more. Because, I was hoping there would be probably at least one more, but at least we got one in recent years, probably in my lifetime, like a new one. Anyway, Pee Wee's Big Adventure was released in 1985, and it's basically just about Pee Wee. Basically, if you don't know the plot, basically his bike gets stolen, and he has to go on an adventure to find it. That's pretty much what it is about. The plot's not that very much to explain, but there's a lot of memorable moments, like him at the Alamo and him at the park with the dinosaurs in California. You may know what I'm talking about. If you watch The Wizard as well, you know what place I'm talking about. And a lot of memorable scenes, like the one with the breakfast machine and Large Marge, which did creep me out as a child. But the one scene that used to creep me out when I was a kid, probably more than the Large Marge scene, was right before that. Pee Wee's walking in the darkness after Mickey drops him off. Like, basically, Pee Wee was driving his car, and then he ends up like driving off a cliff, almost killing them both. And Mickey throws him out of the car, and Pee Wee goes, I'm in the middle of nowhere! And it goes, cuts to black. And there's this little, like, every time, like, Pee Wee, anything with Pee Wee, they always do this. I had these, like, really small dot eyes in the background, and always, that scene I remember, always scary. And then he puts on those night goggles, and you see what he was seeing the whole time. That part used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. No joke. And of course, there's stuff at the Warner Brothers Studios with the chase scene and all that, and him at the bar with the bikers. Like, Mom and I always quote the lines like, "I say we kill him." Yeah, then we tattoo him. Yeah, then we hug him up, and then we kill him. And I'm sure many of you are probably repeating those lines right now. But such a memorable movie, and this is Tim Burton's directorial debut as well. And like, I'd be lying if I said I'm a big Tim Burton fan, but I think this is his best film he's made for his first film. Like, I'm sure someone, if they watch this the first time not knowing it's a Tim Burton movie, you couldn't tell it's a real Tim Burton movie. Like, it doesn't have, like, the weird designs or the weird things like what Tim Burton movies usually normally have. You wouldn't think this is a Tim Burton movie, but, it's not, like, smeared all over the place, his style. I think he was, like, new at this point, and the style wasn't shown completely yet, but this is still a very visually interesting movie. Like, you know, a lot of stuff, like I said, very memorable. It's one of those movies that they don't make anymore. Danny Elfman also did the music for it, which is also great. Like probably my favorite Danny Elfman score. Also, Elizabeth Daily, who's now E.G. Daily, is in this probably, I think, back when she was unknown or something. That was before the Rugrats and other stuff she's done, and like from the Powerpuff Girls and stuff like that, like cartoons. Mark Holton is in this, and very, very memorable movie. It's like one of those movies where I think somebody who hasn't seen this one, like, I don't know how, you know, younger people would feel about this movie nowadays. It's a little silly, it's a little scary, but I really think it's a lot of fun. I really love fun, enjoyable movies that you really get into, and Paul Reubens as Pee-wee, like, I think this is like his best film, probably my favorite Pee-wee Herman movie, and the fact that there's three of them, like how I could rank them, probably this, then Pee-wee's Big Holiday, and Big Top Pee-wee, which sometimes people don't care as much, but I also like that one. You know, anything with Pee-wee Herman, I always liked, and yeah, just like the rest of you, I'm really gonna miss him. You know, it's real shocking what Paul Reubens went through the past few years, but all of us did not know. It's so sad, but he lived to be 70, so I guess it's something. But his death came as a complete shock to me, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this movie probably after I get this video uploaded. But definitely still holds up. Weird, crazy movie, but one of my favorites. I really loved it. If you love really weird stuff, and like if this is your first time watching a Pee-wee, anything Pee-wee, I would say probably start this one and then jump to Pee-wee's Playhouse and Big Top Pee-wee and how far you can go. And there's tons of clips on YouTube now, like from certain talk shows and everything, especially with Paul Reubens as himself. I mean, there's Paul Reubens is always Pee-wee Herman. Nobody else can play that character. So, so that's my review on Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the movie. Let me know what you think of it and what's your favorite thing with Pee-wee Herman. And it could be from a sketch, can be from another movie, a Pee-wee Herman movie, or Pee-wee's Playhouse, or Broadway show, whatever. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and God bless you, Pee-wee. We're gonna miss you. Adios.